Hi guys, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Happy Monday. Sir.
Happy Monday. It's going to be an exciting week here in Dream Giveaway Land.
Oh yeah.
Where's that Dream Giveaway World? One of the two.
In the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Dream Giveaway Garage.
Lots going on this week. There's always a lot going on.
Yep, hope you guys had a blessed Easter. And we were supposed to show you some Easter eggs. I didn't find any Easter eggs laying on the ground here.
I think the bunny couldn't get here.
I think the bunny couldn't get here. That's okay. We've got 8 days left for you to win this C3 Corvette. Here's some interesting things that you didn't know about the C3, or maybe you knew. And then I've got 8 things to tell you about it.
8 things, Christopher.
But before I get to that, C3 Corvette is the longest production of a Corvette generation.
Why is that, Chris? Is it because they got lazy, didn't want to come out with another one, or it was just so good at selling?
Well, not every year was good selling, but it was darn popular. And, I don't know. Is it timeless? I think it's timeless. And think about it. The first gen of the Corvette was 53 to 62. So that's 10 years of models, right? And then you got 63 to 67. So you got 5 there. And this one, 68 all the way to 82. I mean, that's a really, really long time, especially for General Motors, not to change a body style. But it's kind of typical. Even the F-body was 70 to 81. So year after year after year. And some people may say, oh man, I've been in one of those C3 Corvettes. That thing was a dog. It had 102 horsepower. And You've got to be thinking about the early ones when they still had the high compression engines. And so let's get to the top 8.
Well,
and
before you even go there,
okay.
One more thing about that, Chris. Was it because they really didn't want to change it? Is that why they couldn't get a car out, the first version of the C4 year?
General Motors, if they wanted hard enough, they would come out with another version. I think everybody was happy with it. Or maybe they were, what's the word? Placated? I don't know. If anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. Why did General Motors go all that time from 1968 to 1982 without changing the body style? I'm not saying there's a problem with it. I mean, look at the Porsche 911. It's looked essentially the same since what, 64, 66, right?
Yep. Ronald says a lot of engineering effort was focused on meeting new emissions and safety standards, not to mention it was selling well.
That's right, so maybe that's why they were saying, let's keep selling them. We don't have time to work on a new body because we got to deal with all this new stuff that's coming down the pike. These days, not much different than the 70s. They keep getting fed, requirements that they have to adhere to sell in the United States.
Right.
So, the tech is different, of course. So 8 days left to win.
So what's on your 8 things about this amazing
All sorts of letters and consonants and vowels and words and things like that. But let's look at number 1. Reason number 1 why you should enter. Legendary big block power. Let's talk about that 454 Cube. Definitely the biggest muscle car engine that Chevrolet ever put into a Corvette.
This is the biggest.
454 cubic inches. Now this one has a hydraulic cam. It's not the solid lifter LS6. And again, for another reason, and I think I know the answer to this one, the Chevelle got the LS6 in 1970, but the Corvette did not. And Zora Arkus-Duntov, the chief engineer at Corvette, battled and battled and battled. He finally got that LS6 in 1971, but he didn't get it in time for 1970, which meant that the hydraulic lifter cam 454 Cube is the most horsepower you can get in 1970. In a Corvette. Could have got more in the Chevelle.
Wow.
That's a good looking engine bay.
It is.
So legendary big block power right there. Here's something you may not have known. How many Corvettes in 1970 got that 454 big block? About 4,400 of them.
What
is
would
the
that be on
answer.
a percentage basis?
Well, they made about 17,000 Corvettes in 1970, so 4,400 of them, about 25%. So about 1 in every 4 got the 454. Here's where it gets even a little trickier. AC. Ordering the AC with the 454. Because most guys know you don't want AC with a big block. You could get it. And it was an option on it. Most guys who ordered AC on a Corvette got it with a small block. Didn't get it with the big block. We don't know the exact number 454 LS5 engines that came with AC that year. But we know it's less than 4,400.
Sean says, Corvettes haven't really been my thing, but you are tempting me to enter this one for sure.
I'll tempt away, I shall.
All right, what's next on your list?
Number 2. Muncie M21 Close Ratio 4-speed. Look at that bad boy sitting right there.
We'll get right into it.
Yeah. Now, I understand. The shifter knob could be a different color. But other than that, Muncie M21 Close Ratio. You're saying, Chris, why isn't it the M22 Rock Crusher? Once again, this is the hydraulic lifter 454. It's not the all-out race machine LS6. So for this car this year with that engine, M21 was the most popular option to get for the 4-speed. I don't even know if you could get an M22 in 1970 on the Vet. You could in 1971. I'm going to have to look that up and get back with you on it.
Number 3.
Well, we talked about 3 already, the rear factory air conditioning.
Yeah, there it is.
And literally, it's cool. And it's cool.
Frigid Air making it.
Frigid Air, right, the same company that probably made your refrigerator in your Brady Bunch house back in 1970. Yeah, Frigid Air made AC compressors as well for the automotive industry. Let's jump to number 4. Iconic Monza red exterior.
Oh yeah, this color is unbelievable, Chris.
Anybody remember the Chevy Monza? Tried to make that car seem really racy and cool, but it was still just a Chevy Monza. But Monza red as a color is a really cool color to have in 1970. Look at it there, that is the factory color. This isn't a resprayed dark green card. And one of the most famous songs of all time. Well, kind of, sort of, maybe. Who knows? Little Red Corvette.
That's right.
So who knows? Maybe Prince saw one of these. Actually, the real story is Little Red Corvette is not about a Corvette at all, but then they changed the lyrics to be about a Corvette. True story
Good
there.
stuff.
All right, what else we got here?
Number 5.
3-time National Corvette Restorer Society Top Flight Award. The other day we showed you the scoring sheets, and we showed you the average score. I think you have to hit 94 or higher to get top flight, and this got top flight 3 times with the top score of 98.6, 100 of course being a perfect score.
Yeah, there's a lot of documentation that comes with this thing.
A ton of documentation.
And those 3 scoring things are right there with
And they will be conveyed to the winner as well. That whole striped pink box of goodness will
So tell
go
me,
in.
if you're going to take this to your local car show, is it going to really win your local award?
Yeah, it's a best of show car. It is just like most of the cars here in Dream Giveaway. You better get first place when you take it to a car show. And I even mean that if you take it to a national show. The cars here are that good. What do we got next?
Good deal.
Posy Traction on the rear. That's right, limited slip, no peg leg here, boys and girls. We've got a Posy Traction limited slip axle.
Can't really see.
Nah, you can't really see it.
But it's going to stay to the ground, right?
That's correct. Those tires will. You've got 2 tread marks coming off that skid, right? Or two skid marks coming there. So yeah, Posy Traction on the rear. People say, that got a 390 on the rear? And we've talked about this before. You couldn't get a 390 or a performance gear with the air conditioning. So my guess is, I haven't confirmed this, that it has a 308 on the rear. PJ, who's out there watching today?
Thomas says a 454 and a toy, I'll play with it.
That's right.
Kathy says a friend of mine had a Monza red Corvair.
Ooh, so that would have been earlier. Maybe a decade earlier, right? and somewhere in the 60s for the Corps of Air.
So what they do, trade the paint schemes and stuff like this on another car and just kind of slap it on the...
Oh, sure, you could have got Monza Red on multiple Chevrolets, probably across the whole product line in 1970. The question is, was Monza Red actually a color choice earlier in the 60s? I'm going to have to look that up. It's possible. Some colors were repeats year after year, like Tuxedo Black. That's probably the easy one to point out. So I have to see if Monza Red was available earlier or later.
Number 7.
Loaded with born with factory options. This is the cool part, because you get to look in here, get to see some of the options
All right, what are we
from
looking
the
at?
factory. So look at the steering wheel first. See the two knobs on the left? The one closest to you, PJ, is definitely the turn signal, but behind that is the tilt wheel.
So that was an option.
That is an option. That's
All right.
correct.
Tilt
And then
steering
go
wheel.
on there and look at the AM, FM there. Super popular. Remember, by 1970, people were listening to FM radio.
So the
Yeah.
FM part is optional.
Well, it's a whole different unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't even know if you could get an AM only in 1970 on the Corvette. Going to have to look that up. I think there was an AM FM, and then I think there was an AM FM stereo. I think there were two different units. What a power steering, of course, power brakes. And not only is that wheel tilt, it's also telescoping, which means that it can move
In and out.
in and out,
Yep.
like a burger.
Good deal.
And best one, true collector's dream. I mean, this is an investment grade Corvette. This isn't something that you're going to find at your buy here, pay here lot anymore. This is something that has pedigree, that has won multiple national scored awards, something that is rare, something that you'll be proud to have in your garage and to take out whenever you decide to take it out. But here's the thing, if you don't get an entry to win, I can guarantee you won't win.
That's right. No matter how you get your entries.
Doesn't matter to me how you get your entries. You can use the promo code that Kathy is about to give you now. Kathy?
We'll ask her for that.
Kathy, if there's one today, that would be nice. And listen to that nice 70 door. Shut. We've got the T-tops. We've got the bags for the T-tops as well.
Yeah, so it comes with both of those.
Super sweet
That's-
car, guys.
8 days left, right?
8
Chris?
days left. Get your entries at www. I told you I would never, ever, ever say www again.
That's quite all right.
Next thing you know, I'm going to say you've got mail.
Oh,
At dreamgiveaway.com. Get your entries to win. PJ, anything else, or am I going to go into an outro?
we are good, sir.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. More great fun, more great action, more great grand prizes, and circle your calendar for this Thursday, because we'll know who won the big diesel Ram 3500. It only happens here.